Welcome to Hitman Boxing. Hit that like and subscribe button. I've been meaning to do this video for a while now, but I'm going to go ahead and finally just sit down and do it. This might be a long video, but bear with me. I'm going to put some evidence, some facts. You know, this is all fact that's going into this video. No assumptions, no bomb squad talk, no hookers getting beat up and paid off. It's just going to be straight facts, okay? Now, Deontay Wilder is going to be facing Luis Ortiz in March, right? And we all expect him to fight Anthony Joshua shortly after, okay? Now, this is the biggest fight in boxing. This is the biggest fight in the heavyweight division, right? Right now. Now, why it hasn't happened, for one reason or another, who knows? Is Deontay Wilder pricing himself out? Perhaps. Is Anthony Joshua scared? I don't know. I really don't know. I don't work in either of their camps. All I can do is make assumptions. But I also can see what people write in the media and what they say. For example, Deontay Wilder once said that, what did he say? I'm sorry, and I'm going to paraphrase here. Deontay Wilder said that it's not about the money, that it's about his legacy, right? Which is a great answer for those boxing purists out there, right? Those guys that hate guys that are in it for the money. But in the same breath, shortly after that, he said he will not take less than 50-50 for a fight with Anthony Joshua. Give me a break, all right? These are all things that Deontay Wilder has said. Most notably, and I've been meaning to make this video, but Deontay Wilder said that Anthony Joshua needs him. The U.S. does not even know his name. Let's get into his statement. He may have his country behind him, and that's it. Does he want to be remembered as a countrywide champion? Because he's not worldwide. He's not a worldwide champion. Over here in America, they don't even know his name. They just know him as a big guy from England. That's fact. I need him, and he needs me at the end of the day, unless he doesn't want to unify, unless he wants to stay over his side of the pond and let people gravitate to him and be a fake sign of what he says he is. But he will never be a global icon. He will never be a worldwide figure without me. All roads lead to Deontay Wilder. Deontay Wilder's statement. Now, that's not true because honestly speaking, Anthony Joshua is a much bigger name globally, meaning around the world. Whether you think the world's flat or it's round, Anthony Joshua's popping more so than Deontay Wilder. Aside from in Alabama, but that's a given, right? Because Deontay Wilder's from Alabama. So, of course, Bomb Squad is going to be popular over there. But, to be honest with you, Deontay Wilder is not even the biggest name in his own country, in the United States. He's only fought once outside the U.S., right? Y'all remember the post-fight interview, fee, fi, fo, fum, well, whatever he was saying, all right? I'm getting a little off topic, okay? Listen, Google Trends, all right? This is where a lot of YouTubers go to gauge the popularity of fighters or topics in general before they make a video. I used to use it, but you can kind of gauge what's going to pop and what's not going to pop just by what's going on in the news and, you know, your hits, right? I mean, I'm sure there's guys out there that use Google Trends. If you're a big channel, you got to use it, right? But again, Google Trends is a website that you can use to check popularity of certain topics, people, etc. Right? So what I did was, and I'm going to take a brief pause because I have to start the next portion of this video. To analyze this, what I did was, I went to Google Trends. I searched Deontay Wilder, and I compared it to Anthony Joshua. I'm comparing data from the last 12 months, so the last year, right? And I'm specifically looking at the United States. Deontay Wilder is represented in blue. Anthony Joshua is represented in red. Now, I'm going to do the comparison for the United States as well as the comparison for the rest of the world. I'm looking at this graph, and it's from February 17 to February 2018, okay? As you can see, the graph spikes up and down for various reasons. Obviously, because these guys were gearing up to fight someone, right? So for Anthony Joshua, his largest spike in search queries was between April 30th and May 6th. So he trumped Deontay Wilder 100-13, right? Now, moving forward in the graph, you continue to see these spikes where it's kind of neck and neck. You got more search terms for Wilder. You got some that are higher for Joshua, right? More search queries for the both of them. So it's up and down, right? And we see spikes here and there. There's a spike July 30th to August 5th for Anthony Joshua. Now, the biggest spike Deontay Wilder had was between November 5th and November 11th, where he trumped Anthony Joshua 90-28, right? That was a Stavern fight, right? I think that was a Stavern fight. I don't remember the dates, but I think that's when that happened. It had to happen between then. So obviously the search terms are going to go up way higher for Deontay Wilder. The point here is, over this year's time, they've been neck and neck in the United States. So Deontay Wilder can't say that no one knows who Anthony Joshua is. They don't know his name when they're searching for him, when they're looking and seeking out more information about Anthony Joshua. On average, more so than Deontay Wilder in the past year. Now, is it way higher? I mean, are people searching Anthony Joshua way more than Deontay Wilder? No, but people are searching Anthony Joshua as opposed to Deontay Wilder in the United States more so than what Deontay Wilder wants you to believe, okay? Now, honestly, this shows you who's popping more. It's Anthony Joshua, right? But if you listen to Deontay Wilder and his narrative, you might think that no one knows who Joshua is. Only the boxing public knows who Anthony Joshua is, right? The guy who sponsored by Under Armour, right? Okay. So I'm just trying to figure out where Deontay Wilder gets his data from. Like, where is he just saying these things? Because, I mean, I could say Deontay Wilder, you know, he had sex with a hooker and he beat her to a pulp, right? He beat her up and he paid her off not to say anything, right? See, that's a fact. That's a fact. That's in the news. You can find that article online. Now, another fact is more people are checking for Anthony Joshua than Deontay Wilder in the United States of America. So, is Deontay Wilder really a big draw? Deontay Wilder will say that it's a black and white thing, right? He'll say that it's all race related and, you know, people don't care about him because he's black or whatever, man. I don't play into that when it comes to sports, man, because when I watch sports, I'm looking to escape from all that. I mean, there are certain situations where it does apply, but I mean, boxing in the United States is not huge. I mean, these numbers aren't crazy. I mean, these numbers don't trend. They're not trending daily. Like, if you look at the top 10 list of what trends daily, you won't see a boxer on there. If you do see a boxer, it's going to be someone like Floyd Mayweather or maybe even Manny Pacquiao. But typically, I mean, guys like Deontay Wilder, Anthony Joshua don't trend like top 10, right? So I'm just comparing the two. That's all I'm doing. I'm just showing you the data. All right, you can make your own assumptions or narratives. I mean, I could always throw in some of the other heavyweights, but you know, in terms of popularity, I would say that Anthony Joshua trumps them all. And this is just in the past year, right? Just the past year. So next I'm going to highlight Deontay Wilder and Anthony Joshua in the past year, but let's look at some of the worldwide numbers, okay? In terms of popularity worldwide, it's not even close. Anthony Joshua is by far the more popular fighter when compared to Deontay Wilder. And looking at some of this data of the past year, I mean, you see the graph. You know, you can barely even see that blue line. You see the red graph. Anthony Joshua. Way more search queries, way more interest in Anthony Joshua as opposed to Deontay Wilder. Even in looking at the map, which you know, red highlights Anthony Joshua, blue highlights Deontay Wilder. The red areas are dominant for Anthony Joshua, and the blue areas are dominant for Deontay Wilder. All of North America, red. A lot of South America, red. You know, mostly all of Europe, red. Australia, red. Some parts in Africa, red. I don't see any blue in Africa. You know, I see some blue in Iran. I see some blue in Belarus, Colombia. I mean, South Korea. Who's checking for Deontay Wilder? Nobody's checking for you, dog. Like, okay, let me stop. I'm getting a little too irate here. But look, Deontay Wilder is not a worldwide champion. He's not. He's got one belt. He's defended this belt only in the United States. Hasn't even defended it in Vegas. Maybe he let me check. I'm gonna fact check real quick. So he beat Bermain Stavern. Okay, great. So he fought Bermain Stavern at the MGM Grand when he won his title back in 2015. Hasn't been back since. I guess I could include maybe some of the numbers for specific areas in the United States, but I mean, Joshua was trending in Vegas, New York, all these big markets. Wilder is not trending in these larger markets. Okay, he's not. Go to Google Trends. Look at the data that I'm presenting to you. Okay, and I'm just looking at a year's worth of data. Okay, if we're gonna be relevant, if we're gonna say that Deontay Wilder deserves more money in negotiations as opposed to Anthony Joshua, when he's not even really known worldwide, when he's not even a worldwide attraction, when he's not even the biggest draw in the United States. Anthony Joshua hasn't even fought in the U.S., but more people are searching for him than Deontay Wilder. I'm willing to bet that more people know who Anthony Joshua is over Deontay Wilder. Come on, man. These numbers don't lie. The numbers don't lie, man. I'm telling you. Go to Google Trends. Look it up yourself. I'm not altering these numbers. Deontay Wilder is false. It's false. Everything he's saying is a lie. He is not the big draw in the heavyweight division. All roads do not lead to Deontay Wilder. They lead to Anthony Joshua. And it's not a knock. It's just the truth. It's all here, man. You know, just looking at these numbers alone, Wilder doesn't even deserve 40%, bro. Like, you got to get your name up. And I do admit, people are searching Deontay Wilder a little bit more in the past couple of weeks than normal. But on average, no one is checking for Deontay Wilder like that, you know. But again, Deontay Wilder, Anthony Joshua, their popularity in the United States, neck and neck with Anthony Joshua. I mean, just a tad bit more popular, you know, a tad bit more searched, a tad bit more relevant than Deontay Wilder. You know, the numbers don't lie. But at the end of the day, as boxing fans, what is it that we want? We want to see this fight, right? I try to keep this video as short as possible and provide you with a little bit of data to, you know, debunk Wilder's claim that no one knows who Anthony Joshua is in the United States. But what I've shown you is more people know who Anthony Joshua is in the United States than Deontay Wilder. More people are looking for information, they're looking for articles, they're looking for videos about Anthony Joshua over Deontay Wilder, whether it's in the United States or in the entire world. Globally, as Deontay Wilder put it. Globally, Anthony Joshua is the bigger draw. He's the bigger name. I mean, do we have to bring up the money? I mean, who's filling up these huge stadiums? Who's making more money? I haven't seen Deontay Wilder make $8 million in one night. His highest payday was going to be against Povetkin, right? But unfortunately, Povetkin got popped dirty for a banned substance, and that fight didn't happen. I would have loved to see that fight. You know, we can't fault Deontay Wilder for these guys failing drug tests, but at the same time, we can't give him credit for fights that he hasn't fought. He's about to fight Luis Ortiz. If he beats Luis Ortiz in impressive fashion, he gets points for that. Like, he gets cool points, and I'm sure he will trend on Google. People will be checking for that if he knocks Luis Ortiz out. But my advice to him is don't overlook Luis Ortiz like that. It seems like you're overlooking him. You want this fight with Joshua. It's a big money fight. It's all about the money, man. We know it's about the money, okay? It's not about your legacy. You don't really care about that. Clearly, from your last 30-plus opponents, you don't care about your legacy. And clearly, you don't have the better resume. So it's about the money. So you can buy more Versace, right? You want to buy more Versace. So, again, in closing, Deontay Wilder ain't popping like Anthony Joshua, to put it plain and simple. Hitman Boxing, drop a comment, like the video. Deontay Wilder's a liar. He's a liar. All right? It's plain and simple. He's a liar. But I still want to see Wilder versus Joshua this year. It is what it is. Hitman Boxing, I'm out.